I want y'all to do me a favor before we do anything. Hit that like button, hit the share button, and hit the subscribe button. Let's go down the serial. Let's go down the serial aisle. And this is Left Side of the Brain. Now, what we want to talk about today, and I promise y'all, the last video that I had a treat for you. And that treat is this video right here. Let's get into it. Now, what I want to talk about, can y'all hear me? I'm having fun, man. I love doing these videos, man. What I want to talk about is, hold up. And I know you want to know, wait, what store you in? I'm in Walmart. I already know you curious George. All right, I want to talk about controlling your environment. How to control your environment. And what I mean by environment, the world around you, your atmosphere, the space which you exist in. And I'm not gonna rush through this, we just chilling. First and foremost, you must understand that everything that exists, excuse me, everything that exists for the human. It exists for creation. Okay? It exists for creation. What I mean by creation is it exists for the living soul being. It exists for the living soul being. Everything that exists. Okay? And this is what you got to understand. Let me take your house for instance. When you walk into an empty house, everything in that home, everything that you purchase is for your usage. Everything in your home is a slave to you that you own. It's under your command. You ever heard of Alexis? You say, Alexis, what's the weather outside? And it tells you everything in your home is your slave. It's your environment. That light switch, when you hit the light on and off, that is created for you. The thermometer to adjust the room temperature, your AC, your heat, that is created for you. The pillow on your bed, the Sealy mattress, created for you, for your comfort. The toilet bowl, the gas stove, the blinds with the little string to open and shut the blinds, everything in your home. The welcome mat in front of the door so people can wipe their shoes off, created for you. Nothing in that house was created for itself. It's selfless. And it was all created for the living being, yourself. You the slave owner of everything in your home environment. Now, I had to lay that out because that's a metaphor so you can understand the metaphysical application that I'm about to introduce to you on a spiritual level. And we're going to show you how the physical world is nothing but an example of the spiritual world. Now, metaphysically speaking, your environment that you exist in, let's take me being in this store, for instance. Every human in this store is under my control. Now you might say, what do you mean left side of the brain? How can you say every human in this store is under your control? Don't they have their own free will? We're going to get into all of that. Yes, they do. But here's the thing. You control these people like you control a light switch. Now, we always say that HPBs are programs. Just like you hit a light switch and you turn the light on, likewise, like right now, I'm in an environment with other people, quote unquote. None of these people mean anything until I say something to them. And when I say something to them, it's like me hitting a light switch. I turn on that person and I activate them inside of my atmosphere. This is my world right now. I'm walking around. I'm doing what I want to do. But here's the thing. It's how you look at it. See, I look at everything like an object. I even see people as objects until I say something to them. Like, for instance, it's a pillow on this shelf. Kind of show my face a little bit. I'm gonna have to blot that part out. But it's a pillow on the shelf. And basically, I don't know that pillow is soft until I touch it and realize that it's soft. You get what I'm saying? Likewise, I don't know no one in here, but when I say something to them, that's when I realize if they have an attitude or not, or if they are a cordial, amicable type of person or not. You get what I'm saying? But if I just let them be and I'm just walking around, it's not activated. But yet and still, everything in this, under this roof right now, belongs to me. Because just like the house, everything in this room is for my service. You get what I'm saying? Remember I did that video and I was saying how a lot of times people, they'll see you for the first time in your life and they'll ask you a question. They may say, do you know how to get to Subway? You don't know this person from a can of paint. But their first interaction with you, they used you like a mall directory. You know, like in the mall, they have that directory like in the middle of the hallway, and it shows you like the map out of the mall and where all the stores located. When somebody walks up to you from nowhere and just asks you, do you know how to get to the bathroom? They used you like a living directory. And then they'll never see you again for the rest of your life. So for all intents and purposes, you at that moment were no different than a mall directory. What's the difference? There was no difference. Whether you understand or not, that person, without even knowing it, they were applying the exact things that I'm saying right now. When they came up to you and asked you for the directions, they was using you as something created to service them. Just like a light switch. That's all they needed you for. You was just created to service them. And you didn't even realize it. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Thank you. Damn. You was used as something to service them. And you didn't even realize it. They probably didn't even realize they did it, but they did it. So my point is, when you go into any atmosphere, any environment, you have to start thinking differently. You have to start thinking like this. Everything is created for my usage. And when you start thinking like that, you put yourself in the superior mindset. It don't matter what you got. It don't matter how much money you have. Money and all of that stuff, that's artificial. That's just something that only has value because people are around. For instance, like if no one was in the store right now, I could take anything off the shelf that I wanted. Money would have no purpose. Money is just something that's guarded and given purpose because people agreed to it. But it's not a natural law of physics. Y'all get what I'm saying? So don't even worry about that part. But on a metaphysical aspect, once you start thinking like everything in this environment is made for me, once you start thinking like that, you'll start seeing people differently. Like for instance, I'm walking up this aisle. I don't have to say nothing to nobody, but everybody is created for me. Everybody, when I close my eyes, the world closes their eyes with me. When I open my eyes, the world opens its eyes with me. You get what I'm saying? You have to think on this level to escape this level. I'm gonna say that again. You have to think on this level to escape this level. If not, you become one of the components of the HPB realm. If you start looking at yourself like everybody else and like, oh, well, I gotta be polite to this person and all of this and that. No, just avoid situations until you need to speak to someone. Otherwise, there is really no need to engage. There's really no need to engage. Even the word engage means to lock. Engage, you unlock. You know what a gauge is on a lock? When you engage with people, you are locked. You are locked in with that person, even for a moment of time, just standing there, entertaining them by talking to them. Now, not saying that it's wrong to talk to people, but I mean, most of your conversation with HPBs is just idle conversation that don't mean anything. You get what I'm saying? It doesn't mean nothing. You know, most of the time, it's like you talking to fish inside of a fish bowl. That's a waste of time. That's how it is communicating with HPBs anyway. So why give them the time of day when you can just look at them and realize what they are? Once I realize what something is, I don't want to be in a conversation with it. I already know what this person is. This is an HPB. At that point, there really is no need to talk further because you already know any more conversation other than using them like a light switch is just going to lead to a dead-end collision. That's what all communication with HPBs lead to, a collision. Okay? Communication with HPBs, it leads to a collision because that real them is that brick wall that they made out of. There is no freedom escape inside of their mind. So you're going to be talking to them and you're going to hit that wall eventually. And that wall is that hidden disagreement that lies within their spirit. That's that HPB that's inside of them. You're going to hit that wall. I'm telling you. Now, they can fake it, but eventually, you're going to hit that wall. You know what I'm saying? It's the inevitable crash. It's the inevitable crash that occurs when you're dealing with any HPBs. It's inevitable. It's going to happen. It may not happen now. It may not happen next week. But that crash with the HPB is going to take place. It's inevitable. Because they designed for a certain purpose. Okay? To keep you engaged in the HPB alignment. And when you try to buck, or when you expose it, it's going to rise up in them. You see? Now, when it comes to HPBs, deal with them like objects. Start saying to yourself, this person is a light switch. Start saying that about people. This person is just a light switch for my service. That's it. They just light switches. Or you can say this person's just a gas top stove. You get what I'm saying? Like Tina Turner said, what love got to do with it? It has nothing to do with it. And there's something else I want to say, man, before I end this video, but I'll be back. Y'all hold up. Hold on. Something else I want to say. Like Tina Turner said, what love got to do with it? Check this out. You have to take your emotions, as hard as it may be to do, you have to take your emotions out of everything in this world. You have to look at everything as a temporary existence. Everything in your life other than you, outside people, you got to look at them like temporary existence, and you can't put any emotions into them. You got to look at them like temporary existence. You can't put emotions into it. I know it's going to be hard to do because, you see, all your life you've been programmed to have emotions for things. But that's the biggest drawback to freedom. I'm telling you, because even when it comes to relationships with your woman or that significant other, start saying to yourself, they not significant. They not significant. You got to understand that. The only significance is yourself. And not in a selfish way, but your significant other should be the truth of the HPB realm. That's it. Anything outside of that is a drawback. I know this hurts to hear this. I know some of you still addicted to the poison. But that's the biggest drawback. Emotions are like drugs. Now we get into another subject. I want to keep this video, but I'll say this. Emotions are like drugs. You know what? I'm going to do another video on that because we get into another subject. And I like to do my videos, I like to keep them on subject. But yeah, you can't, like in your house, you don't have emotions for your iron. or your refrigerator, you don't have like human emotions for it because you know it's made to break down, and if it breaks down, you can get a new one. Likewise with these people. You know how many people are born every day and how many people die every day? People are just temporary objects. Or HPBs are just temporary computer programs. I mean, at the end of the day, look, like a man like me, I already know I'm not going to have no kids. So why would I be getting deeply in love with someone? Let's just be honest. The purpose for men and women to exist is to not figure it. I'm gonna end this video with this. The purpose why men and women exist in the HPB realm is for these reasons. To not figure out what the HPB realm is about, and to have kids. To keep the HPB realm forever existing. So people can forever ignorantly revolve around the sun on the planet Earth as it spins upon its axis. That's the purpose for existence in this world. That's it. Now, a man like me, I know I'm not going to ever have kids. So why would I fall deeply in love with someone? Does that make sense? So you just got to look at this thing like we said, like everything is a slave to you. It's made for your service. And you just got to use people for what they are. That's it. It's no other reason other than that. You know? But yeah, I'm going to leave y'all with that. Y'all know what time it is. Y'all been following these videos. Stay focused, y'all. Nobody else is saying this stuff in this world because they want you to be ignorant. They're going to lie to you. They're going to tell you lies, bullshit. Oh, he sounds selfish. He sounds arrogant. How can you say that? How can you do this? How can you say people are this and that? How can you? Look, y'all. Y'all better listen to what I'm saying. I mean, you do what you want to do because on this channel, we not out here trying to rescue people. So get that straight. I already been told y'all that. But y'all better take heed to what Left Side's saying. And with that, I'm going to let y'all go. HPB's down, Jaguars up. And this is Left Side of the Brain signing out. Hit that like button, hit the share button, and most importantly, subscribe. This is Left Side of the Brain signing out.